With the coming of the rain season during this 24-25 agricultural season, farmers and other stakeholders in the livestock industry should expect a general increase of animal diseases across the country. These diseases include internal and external parasites, infestation. We should expect an increase in foodborne diseases as well. Also an increase in insect or vector-borne diseases. And also an increase in soil-borne diseases like blackleg, anthrax, and also tick-borne diseases. As you know, there are 4 major tick-borne diseases in this country, which include heartwater, January disease, gout sickness, and red water. So we expect a general increase across all those 4 diseases. In response to this, DVS is increasing or upscaling the laboratory-based surveillance of animal diseases across the country. That is why DVS managed to decentralize the diagnostic process to provinces, which include Manicaland. That is, we do have a lab, veterinary laboratory lab in Manicaland, that is in Mutari, another lab in Masvingo city, that is Masvingo province, another lab in Gwanda, that is Manicaland South, in Bulawayo, Manicaland North, and the 4th one, that is in Midlands, in Gweru. All this was done to make sure that the diagnostic process is brought near the farmer to enhance disease surveillance across the country. And that is very important, especially when during this rain season, when there's an upsurge of different types of diseases. It's very important to make sure that the lab-based surveillance system goes down next to the farmer. If resources permit, DVS is actually planning to decentralize the diagnostic process, the surveillance process, to all districts across the country. The other point where there is emphasis by DVS is to upscale the DVS extension and advisory services. As DVS, we advise farmers to ensure that they deworm, that is, dosing their animals during this time to reduce this internal and external infestation. But when you dose, farmers should realize that our animals, most of our animals are in poor conditions because of the impact of drought. So they shouldn't really deworm cattle or their animals or livestock with poor body conditions. That is from 0 or from 1 to 2. Those animals might even die if you deworm animals in such poor conditions, because dewormers, that is the drugs which we use during the dosing process, are actually strong drugs. So we encourage farmers to deworm or dose animals which with a body condition of 3 and above. When it comes to an increase in foodborne diseases, DVS, that is diseases like beef measles, pork measles, DVS is actually going to upscale the veterinary public health operations. That is, increasing the inspection and certification of abattoirs, inspection and certification of milk processing plants, etc., so that we ensure that all food, which are animal-derived foods, are actually inspected and certified free from these foodborne diseases. When it comes to insect and vector-borne diseases, we focus mainly on lumpy skin disease because it's really prevalent in most districts in this country. And therefore, we encourage farmers to vaccinate their animals against lumpy skin. When it comes to other vector-borne diseases like trypanosomiasis, which is transmitted by tsetse fly, the tsetse fly department, the tsetse control department, will upscale its operations in all those tsetse infested areas to ensure that the tsetse fly is actually kept at its minimum. When it comes to soil-borne diseases like blackleg, anthrax, vaccinations are key. You have to make sure that your animals are vaccinated against blackleg. Blackleg is one of the biggest killer of cattle. Actually, it kills more cattle than anthrax. But anthrax, of course, is a zoonotic disease, that is a disease which affects humans and animals, and therefore it's very crucial to ensure that your animals are vaccinated against anthrax as one of the soil-borne diseases. When it comes to tick-borne diseases, as I mentioned before, we do have four major diseases, tick-borne diseases, which are heartwater, January disease, red water, cow sickness. So the major operation to reduce the prevalence of these four tick-borne diseases is dipping. Dipping is crucial, and all farmers should do weekly dipping as advised by our extension staff, and should dip their animals according to the standard operating procedures as instructed by our extension staff in all provinces. When there is a breakthrough of tick-borne disease after dipping, we have to use complementary strategies, which we do have, which complement the dipping process. These include vaccinations. As I speak now, we do have vaccines against January disease, cow sickness, and red water. We don't have a vaccine for heartwater. But these vaccines are a little bit complicated to use, to be used by farmers only because of the cold chain. You have to maintain the cold chain from the central veterinary laboratories to your farm. The vaccines are kept under liquid nitrogen, so you need trained, specialized personnel to carry the vaccinations. So farmers are advised to approach the central veterinary laboratory and make arrangements for vaccinating your animals. But that is only done after there is the laboratory confirmation of the tick-borne disease, to make sure that it has been laboratory confirmed that it's anthrax, it's January disease, it's cow sickness, it's red water. Because you might use the wrong vaccine for a wrong infection. So it's very important to confirm the tick-borne disease before you vaccinate. That's why there should be a strong involvement of the Central Veterinary Laboratory researchers. So, this time these are the main areas which I can advise farmers to focus on during this rain season. If you do this correctly and use advices which are given by our extension officers, then I think you'll be able to control most of the diseases which are associated by this period of high rain season. Thank you very much.